Hello, is this thing on? Hello, is this thing on? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Yes, yes, yes. I am a part of the gaming community. And there's something I'd like to say before I let Persona start his show. I don't know why PlayStation Nation, I don't know why you guys continue to act as if this Activision Blizzard deal doesn't hurt your feelings. We know it hurts your feelings, PlayStation Nation. That's why you're trying to act like the Call of Duty deal is not hurting your feelings, but it is hurting your feelings because I see it on Twitter. If there's one thing I know, is that PlayStation gamers, you love Call of Duty. Now all of a sudden, you don't love Call of Duty. Jim Ryan's a liar. Jim Ryan is a liar. He told us that exclusives were bad, but what about this exclusive skin? This is why the Activision Blizzard deal needs to go through, because I'm tired of seeing exclusive skins. I'm tired of seeing exclusive skins and exclusive betas and exclusive weapon blueprints. It is unacceptable and I'm tired of it. As someone who is a part of the Checkmark gang, I am sick of it. No, I am not a fanboy, okay?
I'm a neutral. I'm a neutral.
I am not a fanboy. I have no allegiance to a plastic box. Don't you see my check? I have no allegiance. I am only speaking about the wrong that is happening for the Xbox community. I'm sick of it. Jim Ryan, you told us that exclusives were wrong. But here you are, with exclusive content for Call of Duty. When will it end, Jim Ryan? When will it end? Signed, a neutral.
I'm a new. I'm a new. I'm a neutral.
Oh, but I'm not done. One of the things that makes me so angry is to see PlayStation fanboys suddenly oh, I don't like Call of Duty. Oh, the time to kill is bad. Oh, the weapons are bad. Oh, the footsteps are loud. What would you know? You've been playing Call of Duty for years. I've never touched Call of Duty because I think Call of Duty is bad, but that's besides the point. Even though you've been playing Call of Duty for over a decade, that does not mean that you know anything about Call of Duty. You're only saying this because you're angry about the Activision acquisition. You see, I'm getting tongue-tied because you've got me so angry. I'm getting tongue-tied because you've got me angry, PlayStation Nation. How could you? All of a sudden you don't care about Call of Duty? All of a sudden you can't support the franchise? All of a sudden you do not love COD? You're lying. Even though I've never touched a Call of Duty, even though I haven't played Call of Duty for over a generation, even though I also don't think Call of Duty is a great franchise, I know you're lying. You just don't want the Activision acquisition to go through, and I won't allow it, even though I'm a neutral.
I'm a neutral. I'm a neutral.
I'm a neutral. I'm not a fanboy. I don't have an allegiance to a plastic box. I have no allegiance to a plastic box. PlayStation Nation. Sorry. find a neutral.
I'm a neutral. I'm a neutral.
What is good, YouTube? What's good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona and one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew. How you guys doing today, man? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How y'all feeling today, man? How are y'all feeling today? Are y'all feeling good? Let me know in the chat, man. One's in the chat if you're feeling great. Two's in the chat if you're feeling just okay. And three's in the chat if you're not feeling good at all. You know, any threes that I see, I want to get those threes at least to a 2. We might not be able to get you to a 1, even though I'm going to try to get you to a 1. Let's at least get you to a 2 if you're at a 3. Okay? So put a 1, a 2, or 3 in the chat and let me know. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of 1s. I'm seeing some 2s. I'm seeing 1s and 2s. Oh, Braxton Bow, I see a 3. That's not good, Braxton. We got to get that. We got to get that up to a 2, man. At least a 2. We got to get that up to a 2. How y'all doing today? Y'all feeling good, man? It's your boy Persona. Listen, if you're at work, I hope I can get you through your work day. If you're at home or if you go on your way home from work or school, I hope I can get you through your commute home. If you're at home and you're cooking dinner, doing homework with the kids, cleaning up the crib, I hope I can get you through your session. Listen, you might be taking a shower. I don't know. Cleanliness is closer to godliness. Listen, you might be having the maritals with the significant other. I don't know. I don't know. I just appreciate you putting me on. I just appreciate you putting me on. Yo, man, listen, y'all like that little segment, that little skit? Yeah, I got tongue-tied. This game politician came through real quick. I got tongue-tied, man, while I was trying to say Activision acquisition, but I know y'all like how I played that off. I played it off good, though, you feel me? I played it off good, but I definitely got tongue-tied when I was saying that shit. Activision acquisition. Activision acquisition. Say that shit 5 times fast. That shit is tough. Yeah, man, it's Monday episode. What are we on? 214 of When Persona Speaks. And yo, we getting up there in the episodes, man. Jeez, 214 episodes. I'll be glad when we get to 300. We get to 300 episodes, right? Yo, listen, if you missed What's Up PlayStation podcast this past Saturday, episode 99 with me and Bari, make sure y'all go check that out. That was a fire episode. It was a long episode too. Obviously the timestamps are there. You know, shout out to Viper Reef's Corner. You know, he always does the timestamps for us on the What's Up PlayStation YouTube channel. So make sure you guys give him your appreciation in the chat. I'm sure he's in the chat somewhere. If not, he'll be here later. So, you know, make sure you give him your appreciation because, you know, he is the one that makes the timestamps and all that stuff and puts his own twist on it, you know. So, you know, timestamps is up on the channel. Like I said, definitely go check out episode 99 of What's Up PlayStation podcast. Also, man, if you missed the announcement, there's a big announcement in the podcast as well, man, towards the end. Because, you know, me and Barry, we're coming up on episode 100 of What's Up PlayStation podcast. And, yo, it really is amazing, honestly, that me and Barry have gotten to this point, you know, where we're at, you know, 100 episodes. You know, we got a great community of supporters, you know, and you know, a lot of people that rock with us and support us. And we've had a lot of great guests on the show already, you know, in our infancy stage of our podcast journey. You know, me and Bari have managed to get some really great, you know, guests from the community, but also, you know, big guests from like the industry and stuff like that. You know, those things are it really is a blessing, you know, and that's something that me and Bari are always going to be 100% appreciative of, and so what better way to bring in episode 100 this Saturday than to have one of our biggest guests back on the show. You feel me? So Sean Layden will be back on What's Up PlayStation podcast this Saturday, 11 a.m. Don't miss it. He's not gonna be there for super duper long, but he's definitely gonna stop by the show and chop it up with me and Bari, man, for our 100th episode. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. And me and Bari got a great show planned. It's not gonna be a traditional show. It'll be more of a show, giving a showing appreciation to, just our community, and it's gonna be a celebration. You feel me? So, definitely don't miss that. You feel me? But where are my manners? Let me shout out everybody in the chat. Stardust Acero in the building. Stardust, what's good, bro? Mary Wilcox in the building. Mary, how you feeling today? Sergeant 12 in the building. Sergeant, what's going on with you? Ice Queen Gaming in the building. Ice Queen, how you feeling today? Blackbeard in the building. Blackbeard, what's going on with you, bro? Carl Anchor in the building. Henry Heck in the building. Appreciate you, Henry. The Floyd, what's going on with you? Dark Artemis in the building. What's good, Dark Artemis? Geo Knows Gaming, what's good, man? Appreciate you coming through. Corey Macy in the building. Appreciate you, Corey. E. Kim, Sir Dre in the building. PS Rewind, Games for Eternity, Jay Holyfield, Ambro Gamer, Jeff B Gaming, Strictly Gaming in the building. What's good, Strick? Appreciate you, bro. Kevin in the building. Appreciate you. It's Me Baby 80 in the building. Blackbeard, Gian the Don in the building. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Is that Dadley Pierre? Dadley Pierre was good, man. Appreciate you. G Junior in the building. Leech 1399. Damien, Captain Thug Nasty, Stone in the building. Catwoman, what's good with you? Shout out to Catwoman, man. Appreciate you coming through. Ake the Hero in the building. Appreciate you, Ake. Soapbox Gaming in the building. Appreciate you, Connor. Side Effect Gaming in the building. Who else is here? Jeff B Gaming. SIE in the building. Appreciate you. Samuel Porter Bridges. Appreciate you. Who else is here, man? The Floyd. DeJuan Thompson in the building. Appreciate you, DeJuan. D True 49. C Fresh 2180. Compost Smurf in the building. Y'all know I appreciate y'all so much. Raven, what's going on, Raven? Appreciate you. Raven as in That's So Raven? You ever seen that show, That's So Raven? Raven, Raven, have you ever watched That's So Raven? I hope you say yes. That's So Raven, that was a good show too back in the day, man. That was my shit. Who else is here? That's So Raven, Even Stevens, that was my shit too. It was some good shows on Disney Channel back in the day. Even Stevens, The Proud Family. What else I see on Disney Channel? Kim Possible. I like Kim Possible. It was cool. Big Hardcore Gamer, what's good, bro? Braxton Bow in the building. Caleb Kaiser. Caleb, what's good, bro? True Bleed 420, what up, man? What's up? J Gamer UK in the building. J Gamer, what's good with you, bro? Cyber Dragon in the building. Cyber, what's good, bro? So he's feeling fantastic. That's what's up, Cyber. I'm happy to hear. Stealth Guy Gaming, my boy Court in the building. Court, I know you played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta. Hey, did Activision cut you a check? You better hit up Activision and tell you cut you a check, bro, because that black dude in Infinity War, he looked a little too much like you, brother. That's smart. When I first see, I was like, is that Court? Hey, Court, I hope they cut the check. Bro, tell him cut the check. Stop playing. Cut that check. Miguel, what's going on with you? Mass Produce 201, what's up? Dark Prince 6606, what's good, bro? Black Jose, what's good, man? Blue Mustang 357, what's good, bro? Dave Rock, what's good? Devil Shooter, what's up? Philip K in the building. Philip, what's good? Hatsuma, what's good? Bird, Vel R in the building. Vel, what's good, bro? Void First God Hand, what's good? J Doggy, Muhammad, what's good? Appreciate y'all. Stardust Acero, what's good? Black Rob in the building. Corrosive Gaming. Freddy 214. Shout out to y'all. Omar in the building. Shout out to Omar. MechLord 107. What's good, bro? Appreciate you. TZ in the building. TZ the GOAT. What's going on with you, brother? Appreciate you. Vedger. Sly 0131. What up, man? Welcome to the show. I can't go all the way up in the chat. But, you know, if I missed that, if anybody, I know I appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all in the chat. There go Viper. Viper, what up, bro? Rollo in the building. Rollo, what's good? What's good? Yo, Arcade Gamer, what's good, bro? Philip DVG, what's good, man? Cooper Clips. Dark Artemis, what's good, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yo, Meek, what's good? The Meek Gamer, what's up? Every time I do a show, man, so I love that everybody in the chat, they also be saying what's up to each other. Like, I love seeing that, man. Like, yo, we really got a dope ass community over here on my little pocket of YouTube, man. It's like everybody come together. It's like going to a barbecue. You know how when you go to a barbecue in the summer, you know, the music blasting, you know, it's good, you smell like good food, you smell the burgers, you smell the hot dogs, you smell the ribs and all that shit, man. The not coleslaw, potato salad, all that good shit. Good music playing, everybody, you know, nice beers, nice little brewski. And you know, whenever, you know, it's tradition. Whenever you go to a barbecue, you gotta say what up to everybody before you even think of going to reach for a plate. Gotta give your respects, man. Yo, say what up to everybody and all that. You know, dap everybody up, talk for a little bit, mingle a little bit. And normally it'll be Big Mama or somebody like, oh, go get you a plate, baby. Go on, relax, baby, get you a plate. Y'all know how it be, man. You know, you remember back in the day? I remember like back in the day, man, barbecues and stuff like that. You know, grandmama, great grandma. Oh, baby, go get your plate. We got the ribs, we got the macaroni and cheese, we got the collard greens over there, we got the potato salad right there, or we got the German chocolate cake over there. But you know how it go. Y'all know how it go. I miss those days, man. Those are like the 90s and like super early 2000 days. I miss those days a lot, man. But yeah, man. So you know, I love my community over here on this side of YouTube, man. I appreciate it, man. All right, yo, it's Dapper. What's good, JC? What's up? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. All right, matter of fact, round of applause. Thank you, round of applause to everybody in the chat. Round of applause for everybody in the chat, man. All right. So let's talk. I'm probably gonna do a separate video on this, but I want to touch on this really quickly. Cause I am putting out my Modern Warfare 2. I am putting my Modern Warfare 2 thoughts and impressions out this week. I'm gonna really make that video like really. Cause I'm at the devs and all that. Cause I want them to see, like, yo, look, like, you know, this is from like a real COD fan. I really want y'all to look at this and try to fix the game. Cause you know, one thing I want to make abundantly clear, right? And I really don't have to make this clear to y'all, right? Because for y'all that have been following me for a super duper long time, like, you know, Cyber Dragon has been following me and Barry and our content and stuff like that. He's been following us since like 2014, you know? Like he's been following us for a very, very long time. I know there's probably some other supporters in the chat as well that, you know, probably lurkers and stuff like that have been following for a long, long time as well. And, you know, one of the things that one of the things that I take serious, or I don't want to say take serious, is my love of gaming. You know, my love for gaming, that's not a act I put on for Twitter. That's not an act I put on for YouTube. You know, my love of gaming runs deep because I've been gaming for a very, 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 very long time, like extremely long time, right? And despite my preference being PlayStation, I too love gaming, right? And one of the games that is very near and dear to my heart and has always been is Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty is a franchise that I have been a part of since the PlayStation 2 era with Big Red 1. And I've been playing Call of Duty ever since. PS3 generation, I've been playing Modern Warfare. I've played every single Call of Duty. Every single Call of Duty. The multiplayer, hardcore, back in the day with the zombies and all that stuff. I have played every single Call of Duty hardcore. Like I'm cemented in that franchise, right? And when I speak on Call of Duty, when I speak on the things I like and dislike, when I speak on the things that I expect from a Call of Duty game, I'm not speaking for anybody else but myself, right? Not only that, but I'm not speaking and trying to be performative on Twitter and trying to garner likes and retweets and all this, you know, fake sympathy and all this other bullshit, right? I don't give a fuck about anything like that. You get what I'm saying? When I'm talking about Call of Duty, my thoughts about Call of Duty come from my experiences over a decade of playing COD and how I view COD and what I think a great Call of Duty is from my perspective, not from your perspective, not from anybody else's perspective. This is from my perspective only, because I'm the one that's buying the game. I'm the one that's playing the game. I'm the one that has been a part of this community for years. So when I speak on the things that I don't like about a Call of Duty game, I don't give a fuck if it's owned by Microsoft, if they're independent, if they're owned by this person, that person, or if this person's trying to buy them. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I care about Call of Duty. And if a COD is not meeting my expectations, it's not going to get my support. Because I know that Call of Duty can do better. I know that the devs can do better because they've done better, because the better CODs exist. So when I put my thoughts out there, albeit on YouTube, albeit on Twitter or wherever, my thoughts are my thoughts only. It's not to appeal to a demographic of people, because I prefer PlayStation, I'm trying to keep up appearances with other people that prefer PlayStation. I don't give a fuck about none of that. My thoughts are always 100% my thoughts and how I feel about a game or games, right? Especially when it comes to Call of Duty, but really with anything. These are my thoughts, especially because I have experience in these genres. I always speak on shit that I've actually played. And for those that rocked out with me over the weekend of me playing Call of Duty all weekend, but not even just this weekend, for those that have been rocking with me every Sunday for COD Sundays, shout out to Barry. Barry started up COD Sundays, even, years ago when we were doing COD Sundays that were coming through to the streams where we would come together, crack it up, laugh, crack jokes and all this stuff, playing, random streams, doing COD, COD and having some topics and stuff like that. This is stuff that I've been doing for years. For years. And I am always going to be critical of gaming because I know that I love gaming. Gaming is something that I love. I don't ever want to see it go away. But also, I know that it can be better, especially when it comes to games. Again, like I said, games that I truly love. I'm trying to find the video. I might have to go. 1 second. I'm looking for a video. I'm looking for a video. Video filter. Views. You know what? I'm probably gonna have to 50. It's gonna make me go all the way. Let me see. I haven't put out like a whole bunch. I just want to see if I can find. the video of me, like my very first video on YouTube. Here we go. Here's one thing I want y'all to understand about me, right? This is one thing I want y'all to understand about me, right? So I've been doing YouTube for off and on for years, honestly, like really and truly. Like now is probably the time where like I've truly like, yo, I'm really trying to build something and put more effort into it. But I've always been putting up YouTube videos and gameplay clips and stuff like that here and there. But just so y'all know, and this is privated, that's why y'all can't see it. But I'm gonna show y'all, right? I'm gonna show y'all, man, because one of the things about me, I'm someone that has been that when I speak because I speak from experience. I speak from shit that I've been doing. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to gaming, right? I love gaming, man. This is something that I love. I don't love gaming because I'm on Twitter and I'm trying to be buddy with people on Twitter. I don't listen, I rock with a lot of y'all, man. I appreciate everyone. Like I don't want anyone to feel any type of way when I speak like this. But the reason why I'm speaking like this is because I just want to get it clear to the people who don't know. Because there's a lot of people who presume to know me or presume to know who I or assume to know who I am as a gamer because of my preference. And that's absolutely and that's because they don't know me. It's their ignorance, right? They see a couple of things that I may retweet, jokes here and there, and they don't like, and really it ain't jokes. A lot of that shit really be the truth when you really step outside of your preference, step outside of your box and really look, right? I crack my joke, I post my jokes here and there and all this other shit. I post my gameplay, I post my thoughts on different things. Never rude, never disrespectful. I give my thoughts, I crack my jokes, I post my gameplay, and I keep it moving. You get what I'm saying? I'm not, if I was to never ever be buddy with anybody on Twitter, I wouldn't lose sleep over that because I'm here for gaming. I'm here for the news, I'm here for the jokes, I'm here for the interactions, and that's it, right? But when it comes to my gaming, my preferences, what I enjoy and what I love and appreciate, that is all, that won't ever, oh shit, that shit loud as fuck. That won't ever be compromised on my end. From Persona. That won't ever be compromised because I know why I'm here. I know what I care about and I know what my preference is, but I also know in my heart what I love. And in my heart, I love gaming. Right? But I want to show y'all this. Right? So this is my very first video that I ever uploaded on YouTube. This is the first video that I have ever uploaded. I've had this channel since 2011. This is my very first video that I ever uploaded on YouTube. My very first video back in 2011 was a Call of Duty Black Ops 1 sniping clip. This is back when I used to snipe like hard. I was trying to be like a super hardcore sniper, right? And it's a quick video. First off, the quality is ass. The quality is ass, right? Let's get that out the way, right? But let's watch this clip real quick. I was nasty with the snipes. Hey, yo, for still 2011 Persona, what you doing? You are nasty with the snipes. Can we watch that again with the quick scopes? The gold sniper. Yes. Your boy was a sniper back in the day. I don't like snipers now, but sniping was more fun back in the day. You get what I'm saying? Sniping was way more fun back in the day. You get what I'm saying? And that was my very first clip ever uploaded on Twitter in 2011, guys. And then my very second clip was a couple days later in 2011, which is another, like I said, Black on Black Ops 1, sniping used to be much more fun back on Black Ops 1, no bullshit. Hold on, can we watch that one more time? Yo, 2011 Persona, you kind of nasty, bro. You kind of nasty with the snipes. Oh, Persona, what you doing? Hey, yo, hold on. Hey, yo, 2011 Persona. I mean, you are inspiring me, brother. What kind of snipes is this, brother? 2011 Persona. What is going on, 2011 Persona? Hey, yo, 2011 Persona. Something else, bruh. Something else, man. You something else on out here in these streets. But these were my first clips on YouTube in 2011. My love for Call of Duty runs deep. Not because I'm trying to be cool on Twitter. Not because I'm trying to gain brownie points with people on Twitter or YouTube, not because I'm trying to fit in, but because I actually love this franchise and have always loved this franchise even before 2011. And so when you've got idiots that try to presume that they know me, that they know that my actions is fueled because of an acquisition attempt from a console that they happen to prefer over what I prefer, you sound like an idiot. You sound stupid. You look stupid. Because anybody that has followed me, anybody that knows me, anybody that has followed my content through the years know that my love for Call of Duty is real. And my criticisms for Call of Duty are equally as real. Because even prior to Vanguard, I was critical with Infinite Warfare. Ask Bari, ask Stealth Guy Gaming. Court has known me for years as well. Ask him. I was critical of Infinite Warfare. I was critical of Advanced Warfare. I was critical of Ghost. That's a little history. That's a little history. That's a little history for people that want to presume or assume like they know what they talking about when it comes to Call of Duty and when I'm speaking on it, when really and truly, you don't know shit. You don't know nothing. Especially when it comes to me and how I'm speaking, you don't know a damn thing. You're not qualified. Stay in your place. But that's a video that I'll go deeper in on at another time. Today, we are here to talk about an interesting conversation that I had. You know what? Now I'm thinking about. I don't think it was over the weekend. I think it was like Friday, like Thursday or Friday. When was this? The 15th was when? I think it was Thursday. Thursday, Friday. Yeah, it was Thursday. Oh yeah, let me get these super chats and messages. Hey yo, Cyber Dragon, man, appreciate you so much. 18 months as a member on the channel. A day one. You feel me? Cyber Dragon says, shout out to the chat mods and the host persona. Cyber Dragon, you know we always appreciate you, bro. Blue Mustang 357, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Always, man. He says, show us the doll where they touch you. Yo, you funny, man. And then Julian Johnson, man, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, let him know, Persona. Absolutely. And then Kratos 99, appreciate you for the super chat, bro. He says, much respect to you, Persona. I appreciate that, Kratos. Shout out to you, bro. And always appreciate you coming through, rocking out, man. Appreciate all of you. And then shout out to Uppercase J-Man, 13 months as a member on the channel. Oh! He says, you ain't got to validate yourself. Speak your truth. Explanations needed. I think he meant no explanations needed. Folks will complain about their own mama. so you're not going to be exempt. That's very true. And you're right, man. I don't have to explain myself. But I did that because showing them that they look like idiots is also just as fun. It's always enjoyable to just make people look like idiots. Always. And then DC Gaming, man, I appreciate you for the super chat, bro. He the membership. Shout out to DC Gaming, 4 months as a member on the channel, bro. I appreciate you, bro. He says, happy Monday, bro. Get those bars off on these disingenuous checkmark frauds pushing that Microsoft agenda. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that for sure. And then DC Gaming again, man, bro. I appreciate you for the super chat. He says, the worst thing is all the people who don't care about or care for COD all of a sudden trying to act like they care. They definitely don't care. That's a fact, right? Just because, you know, you can look at their actions in 2021, you know, there was a lot of people that were saying Call of Duty is not the same, it's trash, it's boring, it's this, it's that, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, on all sides, people were saying that. And you had a lot of people like, you know, that was shitting on it. A lot of the very people that were shitting on it are now trying to defend or trying to come to the defense because certain people who prefer PlayStation don't like this Call of Duty. It's crazy. But okay, let's get into today's show, right? So I had an interesting conversation last week with Destin Legary, right? I got one of the few people he hasn't blocked yet. I'm very surprised. And let me put the disclaimer out there too. Y'all know I don't do personal attacks. I don't like when people attack people personally. Don't do that, especially in the chat, guys. You know, let's be respectful. But also, you know, I'm only speaking on the gaming takes, right? Not anything personal, not anything outside of that. We're only speaking on the gaming takes, right? I'm not trying to disrespect Destin as a person or disrespect him and what he does in the industry or the community or whatever. I'm only here to speak on the gaming takes in our interaction, because even though it was I don't want to say it was a heated back and forth, but you know, there was definitely the tone of the back and forth was definitely fun. It was definitely a little high pitched, not high pitched, but it was something. It was for the most part respectful, you know. I wasn't trying to call him out his name. He didn't call me out my name. He tried to call me out, but he didn't call me out my name. There's a difference. But I thought the interaction was interesting. One of the things about having a back and forth with someone on Twitter is you get a lot of dick riding. You get a lot of like people that just like, yo, they don't know nothing about the conversation. They don't know nothing about what's being talked about. They just want to come in and just put their 2 cents of like, oh yeah, you know, this person is this, and it's like, bro, like, yo, who are you? Like, why are you here? You know, it's so weird, especially when you. Anyway, so Destin, he made a tweet. He did a couple of tweets, and I mostly scroll past that stuff. I'm just like, you know, I know what a lot of that stuff would turn into if I was to question certain things or speak on certain things. So I tend to scroll past a lot. I like certain things that he'll tweet, but for the most part, I just scroll past. Something that I know that's a bit of a loaded topic or a loaded conversation that could turn into a loaded conversation just because, you know how people can get on Twitter. Anyway, so I seen a couple of the COD tweets talking about he was talking about like the Call of Duty deal, Hogwarts deal. Like he was trying to call Jim Ryan, you know, tell Jim Ryan, practice what you preach. You know, you talking about exclusive this and that, da 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 da. But here you are with these exclusive like deals and all this other shit. I want to show you the tweet that kind of made me speak, you know, say what I, you know, kind of interact with that specific tweet. So in his tweet, he goes, we want to guarantee PlayStation gamers he quote tweets, and I believe this is Jim Ryan's quote tweet. Yeah, this is Jim Ryan's quote tweet that he's like quoting here. I think he says, "We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers continue to have the highest quality gaming experience, and we appreciate the CMA's focus on protecting gamers." And then he tweets, Xbox has repeatedly committed to COD staying multi-platform. Meanwhile, here's PlayStation's version of protecting gamers. And so I'm sorry, hold up. When I first seen the tweet, I laughed. I was just like, yo, your rebuttal to what Jim Ryan is saying about an entire publisher being taken off of the market like that, your rebuttal is an exclusive quest, an exclusive operator, and an early access to a beta weekend, and a timed exclusive for Final Fantasy VII, a game that originated on PlayStation. That's what made yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry. When I first seen this tweet, I couldn't help but laugh. I was just like, yo, this is a weak argument. Because it's not like the games are being taken off of, except for Final Fantasy VII, which, like I said, that originated on PlayStation. And the developers said themselves, they want to finish, it's easier for them to develop on one platform and get the game done than to have to develop on three. The developers have explained, and this is why, like, sometimes when I see things like this, I don't reply, because this is what happens on Twitter a lot. People do not give you the whole picture. They only give you their version of the truth, which then skews your thinking and skews how you interpret things. And then that's how we get this misinformation fest of people on Twitter running around saying stupid stuff or things that aren't 100% accurate, right? Because it's like, the developers said, it's easier for them to get because of the size of this game with Final Fantasy VII, it's easier for them to get the game out, all of it out. And it's a trilogy. You get what I'm saying? Do you think they would be able to put Final Fantasy Rebirth out this quickly if it had to be made for multiple consoles like this? It's not even releasing on PC day one. That's how hyper focused they are on the first getting it out all at once in a console or whatever. And again, with it being PlayStation, Final Fantasy VII originated on, not Final Fantasy franchise, I'm speaking Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII got its inception on PlayStation. So why it would make sense for it to be PlayStation that would get that type of deal. You get what I'm saying? Not only that, but historically, facts, data, and statistics prove that Xbox gamers do not buy Japanese titles at the same rate as Nintendo and PlayStation players. So if Square Enix is looking at where they can maximize their profit, if PlayStation is also coming to the table and saying, well, look, you originated here with us, you know that your fans are here, you know that you're gonna at least get 2, 3, 4 million sold on this console, why not take a chance on us? I can see business-wise, Square Enix looking at that and saying, yeah, it's a no-brainer. It originated on PlayStation. We've got a strong relationship with PlayStation, and we know that the gamers are going to buy the game there. That's not no fanboy stuff. That's not me trying to damage control. Those are the facts. The facts, data, and statistics prove that Xbox gamers do not buy Japanese titles, at even the ones that release on Xbox, at the same rate as PlayStation and or Nintendo gamers. That is a fact. So of course, less deals would come to Xbox in the form of a Japanese console exclusive game. Now, some may come, yes, pause, but the likelihood of that over the competition is very slim. Again, that is not fanboy talk. Those are the facts, right? In terms of Hogwarts, in terms of Hogwarts, it's a false equivalency to use a Hogwarts exclusive quest and Call of Duty exclusive, an exclusive operator with this Oni operator, right? Who kind of sounds like Jin, no bullshit. An Oni operator, a weapon blueprint, and early access to a beta is now the equivalent of a $70 billion acquisition. Cut it out. Like those are a false equivalency if I've ever saw one. The two do not equate. But this is what happens on Twitter. We get these hyperbolic talking points that people tend to use because they know that their fans aren't going to do their own research, or they're betting on their fans to not do their own research and take what they say at face value. And this is what breeds misinformation, is not giving the entire picture. It's an exclusive operator and a weapon blueprint and an exclusive mission in a game that you're still getting day one. Now, in terms of the other thing, where meanwhile, where he says Xbox is repeatedly committed to COD staying multi-platform. How long? Those are the questions that no one can answer, not even Phil Spencer. Because Phil Spencer himself, in an interview with NBC, said, we can't say forever. So you want any smart business person is not going to look at that type of deal and say, oh yeah, I'm just going to trust that he's going to keep bringing Call of Duty forever. What are you talking about? What you're seeing here is business being conducted. What you're seeing here is a back and forth between two businesses, two companies, for a high commodity product or entity that really it accounts for a large portion of the industry. A lot of people are not understanding, because I see a lot of people trying to compare Bungie, because he and I'll show you the tweets, like our interaction. I just want to show this. People keep using, oh well, what about Bungie? Again, another false equivalency. What PlayStation has done with their acquisition of Bungie, it would take 10 acquisitions of a company the size of Bungie to equal Activision. You have people trying to use Bungie as a means to say, well, PlayStation acquired Bungie, so it's okay for Microsoft acquiring Activision doesn't mean much, or it's on the same level, when it's not. It's not on the same level in any capacity, especially not in the development in the developer department, where when you look at both Bungie and Activision, just in sheer development numbers alone, and this is 2019 Activision numbers, for all we know, because back during the bazillion documents when they came out, Activision was looking to get 2,000 more employees on top of what they already had to commit to the Call of Duty franchise. So we can take this number and easily bump this up to what, 11,000, maybe 12,000 at this point under Activision, as opposed to Bungie, who only has 826 employees. Are you kidding me? Yo, Sin, what's up? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Are you kidding me? Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. It is a DBZ Extreme, what's good? It is a false equivalency. But people are going to try to use any and everything to make it look like, well, what PlayStation is doing is just as bad, when you really peel back the layers and look, it's not. Because at the end of the day, Bungie is a development studio. Activision is an entire publishing house with multiple divisions, and really we should be calling this Activision Blizzard, with multiple divisions, with multiple entities of revenue and their arm is in everything from PC on down to mobile. You're getting an entire conglomerate. They're not the same. And that and people have to stop making that comparison, because they do not equate. They are not the same, right? so you know, Destin, he says this, and I was scrolling, I was like, you know what, like I was just like, so I say yo, did you get hacked? No. Hey, yo, look, man. I just like, yo, did you get hacked? Because I don't know, like, this seems like, to me, like, you know, fanboy propaganda. That's what it came off as when I seen it. I'm just like, yo, this seems like propaganda. This doesn't really seem like you really are trying to have a real conversation here, or really trying to point out anything of substance. It just seems like fanboy propaganda that you're trying to just spew out there on the timeline, you know, trying to get a conversation going, or trying to rile people up or whatever. I don't know. That's what it came off as to me. And that's why I'm like, yo, did you get hacked? Because, you know, he's a big name on in the industry. He works for IGN, so I'm pretty sure, you know, people, you know, who knows, right? So I asked the question, and look at, I'm not even gonna mention. Yo, listen, man. Where did he reply? Where did he reply? I know he replied, or did he reply somewhere else? Am I missing something? Oh, here we go. So he says, because I'm calling out Jim Ryan for talking nonsense, pretty sure I don't need to be hacked for that. What nonsense are you talking about, bruh? The man is making a claim of why he feels that a deal of this kind and caliber going through could hurt the place, hurt the business of gaming, like in general. I don't really see the nonsense there. Again, an exclusive skin, an exclusive mission, that doesn't hurt gaming. That doesn't kill gaming. Because things like that have been happening for years. Microsoft has been doing that for years, for generations. They had entire games on lock for a year or more. So I don't really, and you know, gaming didn't die back in the PS3 and 360 generation. So I don't get what you mean by that, right? So I put, this was the 4th post I seen of you making console war-like tweets, which is why I asked. Carry on. Like, all right, you know, you want to spew the bullshit, all right, do what you do. It is what it is. So then he says, Jim Ryan said it, not me. Maybe talk to him about console war-like statements. So then I go, actually, I'm speaking on you trying to be disingenuous with your arguments. An exclusive skin, weapon blueprint, or early access to a beta is not the equivalent of a $70 billion acquisition of an entire company. Also, they're still under a contract, so this stuff is expected. You know, listen, PlayStation still has 2 more years. Well, really, I think 1 more year now, because, you know, Modern Warfare is coming out. They got 1 more year of this, so we might be having this same go through this same circus of bullshit next year around this time when Call of Duty gets announced, the next COD gets announced or whatever gets announced, and it has an exclusive weapon, blueprint, operator, or whatever it's going to be for that time. We're going to be having the same dog and pony show as we have now because people are going to be mad all over again, right? I'm just like, but it still is not a, Arc the War Angel, what's good? It's still not the equivalent of a $70 billion acquisition. Like the two things do not equate. You're still not explaining that part to me. Like, how does this equate to that? And if you're trying to use Jim Ryan's thoughts and what he's speaking on of the acquisition as a whole, again, the two do what he's saying with how this can affect his business and how this can affect his game, his consumers and things like that. I mean, do you expect the man to just shut up? And that's the weird thing. People are expecting Jim Ryan to just shut up and not say anything. Oh, just let it go through, Jim Ryan. Shut up. Stop talking. It's like the man is his best interest is PlayStation. His best interest is his consumers. If he wasn't speaking up, that would be cause for concern, especially if he knew that something of this caliber could hurt the business of PlayStation. That's where you have a problem. But to see Jim Ryan speaking up and doing what he's doing, I mean, listen, you see all types of people, like I said, reaching out to the CMA and harassing them and harassing government officials and all this other bullshit. And we're talking check marks, people with high follower accounts, and people who claim to be above the console war like things that we tend to see on Twitter. But here they are using console war tactics, console war talking points, and doing console war like conducting themselves in a very zealot fanboy-esque type of demeanor on social media. And listen, everything doesn't need to be this super aggressive, rah. You just have to be able to look and see. Sometimes it takes reading between the lines to see what is really happening and what is really going on, which is why I replied in the first place, because again, the two do not equate. Am I on base so far? Are y'all following me? Y'all get what I'm saying so far? Let me know in the chat. Let me see how y'all feeling so far. Check in with the chat. How we feeling, chat? Are we on base here? Are we all on base? Is everybody following along? Everybody get what's being talked about right now? Tracking. Well, I love it. All right, everybody's on base. We all following along. All right, cool. I'm picking up what you putting down. Yo, shout out to Harry Hack. Okay, cool. So, I say what I said, right? And so he goes, why do you care about who owns Call of Duty when it comes to PlayStation? And so I flip that and I say, because I actually care about the quality of the game and the franchise. Why don't you care about industry consolidation, right? Because I actually do care about Call of Duty. I do. Like, and again, and I know a lot of people might hear this and not like this, but listen, when we look at the track record, and listen, people can change things, are they moving in the right direction? I mean, I guess in the moment, we'll have to see what comes of that in the future, right? But when we look at the track record of the handling of how Microsoft has handled studios and all these other different things, especially when we see how Call of Duty has been releasing in recent years, I'm worried, looking at the track record of both Call of Duty in the past couple of years, but also the track record of Microsoft and their handling or lack thereof of studios the past couple of years. Of course, there's cause for concern there that going under that umbrella would not necessarily benefit, at least, I'm looking at Call of Duty here, benefit Call of Duty. It would actually hurt it more. Now, obviously, Bonnie Ross being out the door, there's more news coming out that, Microsoft definitely wanted that to happen, whatever. whatever comes with 343, that's a wait and see situation. But as of right now, looking at the track record, there's still cause for concern there. And then my whole thing is, why do you care if Microsoft gets them or not? That's my whole thing. Why are you so gung-ho about them being under Microsoft or being acquired for that matter? That was all that, and that's really my question with everyone that's like just like harassing the CMA and harassing these regulators and doing all this crazy shit. Why? Because if you're not a fanboy, if you're not a zealot, if you're not, if you don't have no allegiance to a plastic box or have no allegiance to any company, why go this hard to have something go through of this kind and caliber if it is already benefiting you because you're already getting the games today? You get Call of Duty, you get Spyro, you get Crash, you get all the other games that are coming out. You're already getting that stuff. So if you're already getting that stuff, how does it benefit you for this acquisition to go through? If you have no allegiance to a plastic box, if you own all the consoles, if
I'm a neutral. I'm a neutral. I'm a neutral.
If you have no allegiance, if you are not a zealot, if you are not a fanboy, if you do not partake in these types of conversations, situations, if you do not want to be aligned with that, why does this bother you so much? Why are you so invested? And I'm not just asking Destin this is more of a rhetorical question. This is excuse me, a general, just a question in general. Why are we seeing so many people on social media? Because I tell you guys this all the time. A lot of this stuff is really exclusive to social media. In the real world, nobody gives a fuck. People are gonna buy what they buy, play what they play, do what they do, whatever. A lot of this stuff is exclusive to social media. Why are you so this invested? JHFSS, you definitely subscribe to the channel. How you subscribe to the channel? Because only subscribers can comment in the chat. So you definitely subscribe to the channel just to say that stupid shit. Appreciate the sub, by the way. That's my whole thing, right? And so then Destin goes, first, all signs point to better work conditions if the deals goes through. Says who? Based upon what? Do you work at Microsoft? Where are you basing that off of? You see what I mean? Anybody else would read that and think, oh yeah, he's right. Based off what? What data are you using to prove that? Do you work there personally? Do you know that? What is that based off of? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying when you read between the lines for some of this shit? What is that based on? What is that based off of? A better workplace, a better work environment? What? Anyway, if it doesn't, it will not be pretty for act. I think it means Activision. Second, I don't care about consolidation because there's nothing to indicate it will have a negative impact. Just like it wasn't worried. Just like I wasn't worried when Sony bought Bungie. You see? You see? You see? You see? You see what I mean with the talking points? You see what I mean with the talking points? Of course, the acquisition of Bungie, a development studio, would not be a cause for concern in the world of this gaming industry when you compare the two. You see what I mean? You see, no, really and truly, ladies and gentlemen, do you see what I just 10 minutes ago I was talking about this? Do you see what I mean? Like, really and truly, do you see? They walk into the shit. It's the same exact talking points that you would hear from a fanboy. It's the same talking points that you would hear from a zealot. The very same talking points. The two are not, it's a false equivalency. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see anyone trying to use this Bungie acquisition to as a talking point to be in favor of the Activision acquisition, it is a false equivalency. It is not on the same level in any type of universe. Not when we're looking at these numbers, just off of the developmental power alone. And this was something that PlayStation was talking about in the Brazilian documents when it came to being able to keep up with something of the likes of Call of Duty in their release schedule. Billions it would take. Bungie can't keep up with the release, a yearly release of an entire game like Call of Duty, like Activision can. Are you crazy? Wow. 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 Wow.
I'm a neutral.
Hello, FTC. But you know, they look at the Bungie, people looking at this Bungie deal and then looking at Activision and saying,
but this is great, but this is great for gamers. But this is great for gamers.
That's what they tell you. That's what they telling you, bro. And I even asked. I even asked. I was just like, yo, what side is that? What do you? All sides point to better work conditions. Based on what? Like, what side? Like, that is a very definitive statement to use for and not have any type of facts, data, and statistics to back that up. Because if you're going to use a CNBC, best place to work poll, I mean, that's all bullshit to begin with. Unless you are working there and you are under the thumb of, listen, y'all know. And then I said Bungie is not a publisher that amounts to a sizable portion of the industry. Comparing a development team to an entire publisher is a false equivalency. So then he says, you keep saying an entire publisher like I should care. Let me zoom in on that. It's this part for me. It's this part. It's this part for me. It's this part for me. It's this part for me. It's this part for me.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion. I'm a neutral. It's my opinion.
It's this part for me. Oh no. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen. But
this is great for gamers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that part for me. No sir, no ma'am. No sir, no ma'am. No sir, no ma'am. So he goes, you keep saying an entire publisher like I should care. I mean, shouldn't you? Shouldn't we? Ladies and gentlemen, help me out for a second. Because, you know, maybe I messed up in math. You know, math was, yeah, I liked math. It was okay. But it wasn't my strongest subject, right? I was more of a language arts, English, social studies, history type of guy back in school. Science, astronomy, those were my favorite subjects, especially science. Science, English, and history. Those were my favorite subjects back in school, right? Math was okay. You know, I liked my algebra here and there. X equals, you know, y times 2 to the 4th power over 1/2 times 6. Yeah, listen, it's all fun. But my favorite subjects were science, English, and history. All right, I'm just saying. So, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, I gotta ask you a very important question, and I need you to answer for me. Is 9,200, is that greater, less than, or equal to 826? Chat, help me out. Help me out. Help me out. Is 9,200 greater, less than, or equal to 826? Help me out. Jeff B. Gaming said greater. Uh-oh. Fahim said it's greater. Stardust said it's greater. DBZ said it's greater. The chat's telling me it's greater. So looking at this alone, wouldn't that be enough for you to care? Now, Destin, my friend, come on now. Like I should care. I should make that a sound. Let me see.
It shouldn't cost $70.
Which one should I get rid of?
It looks like DLC.
I just want to have fun with my friends. Cut the cap.
Which one should I get rid of? I want to do the sound like I should care. We're gonna make that a sound. We're gonna make that a sound on the soundboard.
Hello, FTC. But this is great for gamers. It's Nintendo. They're an anomaly. It's Nintendo.
I haven't been talking about Nintendo lately. I could probably get rid of the It's Nintendo one.
It's my opinion.
I'm a neutral.
Should we get rid of Nintendo or Anomaly?
It's Nintendo. They're an anomaly.
DLC? Really?
It looks like DLC.
Hold on, but I want to say, let me say if it looks like DLC, because God of War comes out, and when I do my impressions for God of War, and when we talk about it on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, you know I gotta do the it looks like DLC joke, you know, from what David Jaffe was saying. We gotta keep it looks like DLC.
It looks like DLC. It looks like DLC.
We gotta keep the it looks like DLC just until after God of War. I promise. After God of War, we'll change up it looks like DLC. I have to keep it on there until God of War comes out. After God of War, we'll get rid of it. We'll get rid of it. I promise. Everyone say hello, FTC. Somebody said take Nintendo out. Nintendo? Nintendo?
It's Nintendo.
I haven't used this Nintendo in a minute.
It's Nintendo.
I think we could get rid of Nintendo. Yeah, we could get rid of it. All right. FTC failed to do their job. They fired. Yo, I'm gonna get y'all super chats. All right, yeah, we're gonna get rid of Nintendo. I ain't been talking to Nintendo. Been doing their thing lately, so I'm gonna let Nintendo slide. So we will get rid of. All right, so Nintendo's gone, and now we gonna do the like I should care. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me make it real quick. Test. All right, give me a second, guys. I'm about to make it. Give me a second. Like I should care. Yeah, I just made it. Let me know if y'all like it. I'm gonna change it. I kind of like it, but let me know if y'all like it. Like I should care. 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 Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Like I should care. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, we good. Okay. Like I should care. Yo, I love this gaming community. I love this gaming community so much. I love this gaming community so fucking much. I love this gaming community so much. There is a never-ending supply of content and jokes. There is a never-ending supply. Like I should care. Could you imagine? Could you imagine talking to your mom like that? Your mom be like, oh, that's why you come home. Oh, go to your room. And that's why you're not getting no supper. You gotta eat cereal for dinner. You walking up the stairs like I should care. Or, if you imagine you working at like a Target or some shit like that, and you don't give the best customer service to the customer. And so the customer's like, oh, I'm gonna report you to your manager. Like I should care. Like I should care. Hey yo, I love this shit, man. I love this gaming community so much. I love it so much. Whew, okay, let's get back to the show. Let me get these super chats. Yo, Navigator 3221, man, I appreciate you for the super chat. He says, Bungie owns one IP, Activision owns over 20. It isn't even close. Exactly, Navigator. It's a false equivalency. Like, real talk. The customer says they're gonna shop somewhere else. Yo, exactly. Like I should care. Like I should care. Yo, that's staying on the soundboard permanently. We're never getting rid of that, because I know so many situations that I can use that sound when we talk about gaming or something. Or like, say if I'm doing a live reaction to to the Game Awards this year, right? When I do my live reactions to that, right? And like there's a game on there I don't care about or something, we can push the button. Like I should care. Like I should care. I love it. That's permanently staying on the soundboard. That's permanent. That's never leaving. Keo Viper, appreciate you for the super chat, bro. He says, but he cares enough to tweet about it. Okay, got it. I mean, come on, we know. And then Bird, I appreciate you for the super chat, bro. He says, Microsoft brings no innovation to the field. They simply do it to make money. Example, iPod over Zune, PlayStation 2 over the first Xbox, Twitch over Mixer. They lack creativity. That's why I worry what might happen to Activision. It's a great point. That is a great point. And, we can see a lot of people or a lot of teams being turned into support teams, support studios and shit. And then shout out to Viper. He says FTC failed to do their job, they're fired. Shout out to you, Viper. And then Tricelsius, I appreciate you for the super chat, bro. He says this is pure spice right here. Like I Should Care has many applications. Persona is perfect. Oh yeah, it's perfect. It is perfect. We are never getting rid of that. All right, let's get back to the show. So he says, you keep saying an entire publisher like I Should Care. Where were you when Gearbox was acquired by Embracer? You didn't care because it didn't involve Sony. You see? Here is where I knew he's a little flustered. He's flustered here. I knew that. Because he went from I don't care about the comparison to trying to bring up a third-party acquisition of Gearbox, which isn't on the level. Matter of fact, you know what? No. Let's do this right. Let's do this right. I want to do this right. Let's do this right. All right? Let's do this right. So, owner. Yo, Sanu, appreciate you for the sub. Okay, so Gearbox. See, and this is why I say false equivalencies. I'm glad I researched it before I said something. Gearbox only has 1,300, as of 2022, they only have 1,300 employees. Yo, Sanu.com, I appreciate you subbing to the channel as well. If we go back to, again, every comparison that he's using is a false equivalency, because nothing that he will use compares to this acquisition. Nothing. Activision, it's still 9 times more than Gearbox. So I'm sorry, Destin, but that is a false equivalency, sir. Does not compute. It is a non sequitur. Straw man. It does not compute. Anyway, then he says you don't care because it did not involve Sony. So then again, there you go, guys. There goes the other thing. His eyes twitch. At this point, his eye is twitching while he's typing this, because he used another studio that still is not on the level. Because when you're trying to compare something to something else, at least let it be on that level. This is not on that level. Nothing is on the level of Activision in terms of acquisitions as of right now in the gaming industry. Nothing else compares. But it's this last part. You didn't care because it did not involve Sony. So again, now he goes from trying to minimize the acquisition deal and tries to use Bungie as an example, and then I'm trying to explain that a publisher does not compare to a studio, and he is trying to minimize that or brush it off because it doesn't care. In his mind, it's all the same thing. When you peel back the layers, they are not. Then he tries to use another publisher who is also pretty sizable with 1,300. That's a big group, but it's like putting the moon. Is the moon bigger than this? Is the moon bigger than Earth? I think it is. Yes, it is. It's the moon. No, I'm lying. Let me use the sun. It's like putting the sun. It's like comparing the Earth and the moon to the sun. Let's use that. Yeah, that'll work. It's like you have the Earth and the moon, and then you have the sun. Of those three, which is the biggest? The sun is the biggest. It does not. So then when you're looking at the moon and Earth, it does not compare on any level. That's what we're looking at here. So he brings in Gearbox. Even if we were to combine Bungie and Gearbox together, it still does not equal that of an Activision, right? So then he goes on to bring up, oh, I prefer, because it's Sony, trying to use that, because my preference is PlayStation, I have some type of bias. I'm being biased. That's what he's using. And then I think I quote tweeted. Did I quote tweet this? Or I know I said something else. Did I? No, then the conversation moved because I did quote tweet this, didn't I? Oh, no, then it goes. Oh, then, yeah, I remember, because then he was replying to this. Okay, so. Yeah, I remember. What sign, blah, 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 right? And then this guy, he puts Embracer are not a platform owner yet. Another false equivalency, which is true. He says, oh, so it only matters if your favorite console maker is involved. Got it. No, it matters because the two do not compare. It does not matter who it is. The two do not compare. You see what I mean? Where the conversation then turns very disingenuous, right? At first, it was very objective, but then it starts getting very subjective, and these talking points start turning more and more radical, more and more zealot-like, more and more fanboyish. Like, it just got more radical as the conversation went. I'm just like, we're even off the beaten path at this point. Because then he says, for real, don't give me this I worry about the industry consolidation nonsense when you really only care about it impacting Sony. And I'm like, no, it only impacts the industry. It impacts the entire industry. But then that's when I put, using that logic, doesn't that mean you only care this much because it would make Microsoft look better? I mean, that's a valid question. If I only care this much because it impacts Sony, wouldn't that mean that you only care this much because it impacts Xbox? And when I say care this much, I mean care this much about the acquisition going through. Really? You know, because why make this tweet? Why make the tweet if you did not care for Microsoft's best interest? Because that's what it looks like here. So then he says, sorry, I got my eye itch. It's just like crazy. So then he says, I said nothing about Microsoft here. I'm calling you out. I can see all 4 times you've talked about your newfound concern for industry consolidation with a simple search. Funny that it just started on the 4th and it's only about Activision and no one else. Ooh, like I should care. Like I should care. Like I should care. Like I should care. You did a search on my Twitter. Like I should care. Like I should care. Like I should care. I mean, come on. So then I was like, oh, I like this. So then I think I quote tweeted this. Let me see if I quote tweeted. I think I quote tweeted. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So I'm like, oh boy, right? I was like, okay, I like that. So we moved from having, and this is why I say, like, yo, Twitter is not a place where you can have a true objective conversation. I didn't attack his preference. I didn't attack him. I didn't attack his thinking. I only questioned it. I didn't attack it. I questioned it, right? He used false equivalencies. Just, let's recap. Let's recap here, right before we get to the finale. Let's recap. He used false equivalencies. He disregarded the severity or the caliber of both the Bungie and Activision acquisition when you compare the two. He disregarded. He made claims that work conditions would get better under Microsoft with no actual proof. No type of facts, data, and statistics, tangible facts, data, and statistics. We're not talking, you know, a poll, some $20 article talking about, you know, 10 best places to work in tech industry. No, we're talking about true facts, data, and statistics, right? He did not. He said he does not care about console consolidation. Industry consolidation. He said that numerous of times. Then he proceeds to say, "Oh well, I'm just a Sony fan. I'm just a PlayStation or Sony fanboy. So this is why I feel this way, despite me again enjoying COD for many years, truly worried not just about the franchise but the entity that will now own this franchise and the direction that the franchise is already going, it's just already worrisome. And then seeing it, how it could potentially go, especially when we look at things like Halo Infinite, you know, it's a cause for concern. We're truly, objectively, not no fanboy stuff, objectively, right? So, all right. He says, oh, you know, I did a search. He only cared about console consolidation on the 4th of September or August. You know, you don't really care about that. Hardy. And the finale, or the second episode to the season finale. So then I go, oh, okay. Well, you know, hey Destin, next time check my YouTube channel before you try to expose me. Have a great evening. And when you speak, when I think, let's play this little clip really quickly. Let y'all listen to it. When you speak, when I think consolidation, my mind kind of, when I think consolidation in the industry, I do think of, you know, this is from a year ago, 2021, by the way. Obviously the same old when it comes to games, right? But I think also, because, you know, the problem with diversity, you know, everyone not having the freedom to create what they want, but a lot of that freedom that people don't have to create what they want is because of who they answer to or who they're under. How does that work? Acquisitions, things of that nature. I kind of think it kind of falls within that as well when you read between the lines a little bit. Yo, Juan Sosa Gamer, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. But, you know, I might be off base a little bit, but that's what I think. I do think. And in terms of acquisitions, I mean, listen, you know, I don't think any of us want to live within an industry where everything is owned by only 3 or 4 people, right? You want to have that independence. You want to have people that's just creating and making what they want and don't really have to answer to any suits or explain why this is, how this is lucrative for the company or things like that. I understand that 1,000,000%, right? I tell y'all all the time. I was just telling y'all at the beginning of the show, I don't get on Twitter, I don't get on YouTube and try to perform just to cater to people and try to build brownie points. My care for gaming, I like I said at the beginning of the show, it runs deep. I was talking about this even before this video. I couldn't find it. Like it was like fucking 10:30 at night. I ain't feel like fucking. I found this one. I was like, this is good enough. I was trying to look for the other one from when the Bethesda deal first happened, where I was talking about acquisitions and stuff like that. Then I couldn't find it, and I was trying to look at. I remember I was on 6 podcasts and we were talking about it, and I kept saying everything doesn't need to be bought and all this, and that's not good for the industry. I couldn't find it on 6 fucking shots. I was like, look, this is good enough, right? This is good enough, right? I have maintained the same stance on acquisitions since day one. Everything does not need to be bought. I don't want to live in a world where everything is owned by 3 or 4 people. And if push came to shove, I would want, this is where I think Square would make a good fit for PlayStation. I have maintained that, but I'm not writing home saying, Square, you got it, your PlayStation, you have to buy it, you have to. No. I have maintained that stance since day one. everything being bought up by 3 or 4 companies in gaming is not a gaming future that I want at all. Even if PlayStation was a $1 trillion corporation right now, I wouldn't want, first of all, I wouldn't want them to buy Activision because I don't see that. I just, no, right? 2, I wouldn't want to see PlayStation in that same position, buying up everything, buying up all the publishers and all these other things under them either. And you can screen record that, because that's my stance permanently. No one. Hold on. That would be a horrible industry, a gaming industry, to have the same 3 or 4 people own everything, including PlayStation. I don't want that type of future. Just like I don't want this all subscription-based future for everything, because that's where the conversation of this even stemmed from. When I was talking about this on this show a year ago, Sean Layden did an interview with GameIndustry.biz where he was speaking about the sustainability within our industry, and speaking about the price of making these AAA games going up, and it's only going to keep going up, and talking about acquisitions and talking about subscription-based services and having these types of big budget games going into those services and the sustainability of that. He was speaking on all that stuff. That's where that and I agree with everything he said, because I'm like, yo, he's well, most everything. I think there was probably 1 or 2 things I didn't agree with 100%, but he was making great points. And one of those points that I agreed with, and I said, the consolidation at the time, and even before then, of course here's the thing. Of course there is no industry right this second. We're not seeing the effects of an industry consolidation, at least not as hardcore, as prevalent. But if we continue down this road, we will. That is the point that Charlene was making then. That was the point that I agree with and I was talking about, and that has been my stance. Everything does not need to be bought by everyone. That's always been my stance, right? So here's Destin. Let's play the clip. Let's roll the clip. Well, let me read what he says first. So he says, "This you?" Seconds later in the same video, based on what you're saying here, I'm sure Xbox is glad to have your support. Acquisitions are always going to happen. It should happen. Still doesn't sound like someone concerned about industry consolidation. Let's listen to the clip and see what 2021 Persona said here. Persona, what did you say that has Destin Nagari so sure that he's got the gotcha moment? Let's see what you said here, Persona. Happen, and I do think they should happen, but strategically, in terms of acquisitions, I would love for them to have Square and Arc Systems. I think that would be great for PlayStation. I'm not going to sit here and deny that, but I'm not expecting them to go out and buy the industry. I'm not expecting them to eat up the industry and keep everything on one platform. You know why this is so funny and why I laughed when he used this clip? Because it's clear he's listening. At this point, he's looking for the gotcha moment and not really listening to the context of the conversation. Let's play it back one more time, ladies and gentlemen. I do think, listen, acquisitions are always going to happen, and I do think they should happen, but strategically, in terms of acquisitions, I would love for them to have Square and Arc Systems. I think that would be great for PlayStation. I'm not going to sit here and deny that, but I'm not expecting them to go out and buy the industry. I'm not expecting them to eat up the industry and keep everything on one platform. Where is the gotcha moment here? If anything, you further proved my original point. Like I should care. Like I should care. You further proved my point, Destin. And The context of me talking about the PlayStation acquisitions I would want to see is if in context of that was me talking about, now that we got the Googles, the Amazons, the Microsofts, the big boy money coming in, able to buy things like publishers like this, like Bethesda, like Activision, like EA, like Ubisoft, PlayStation cannot compete in that market. So to keep themselves in a corner of the, I kept saying this too, PlayStation, if push came to shove, PlayStation needs to corner a piece of the market and build that cornerstone and let that be their niche. They already make the best looking games in the industry. They already make the highest quality games in the industry. They already have extremely great relationships with Japanese developers and publishers, which is why you hear me mention Square Enix and Arc System. Both are Japanese publishers and developers that I think would work best for PlayStation if push came to shove, that we are going into this consolidation mode industry that we're seeing happen before our very eyes, right? But then further on in this, when I then speak to, let's play it again, but I'm not expecting them to go out and buy the industry. I'm not expecting them to eat up the industry and keep everything on one platform. I am saying that PlayStation does not need to go out and buy every single thing. I know what the fuck I say. I know what I say when I say things and when I talk gaming and my viewpoints. That's why people in this community can never catch me up, because I mean what the fuck I say. I say what I mean and I mean what I say. I know what I said. And I know that I said that PlayStation should acquire this, that, and the third if it made sense, if push came to shove. But an industry where the same four companies own everything, that is not something I want. That is not something that needs to happen in this industry at all for anybody, regardless of who it is, including PlayStation. And when it comes to the false equivalency that we keep seeing from people in this industry and people in this community, when it comes to the fucking acquisitions, they do not compare. They do not compare. And this is where the problem lies. No, we're not seeing the effects of consolidation 100% yet. That's because it's still happening. It's still manifesting. And instead of you speaking out against it and speaking up for what the problem that is formulating, you want the shit to happen for bragging rights. Not for the betterment of gaming, not for the betterment of the devs, not for the betterment of the industry. For bragging rights. So then, and like I said, this is not a gotcha moment, because he further proved my point. He further proved my point. So it's clear he didn't listen. He was just like, oh, I gotta find something, because I gotta respond, because it's getting a lot of likes, a lot of retweets. I can't let him get me like that, because no way, oh my God, no way. I'm not gonna let this shill get me. I'm not gonna let this fanboy one-up me. So then I reply, one, this portion of my video has nothing to do with me proving to you that I was speaking about consolidation before last month. Because remember, the whole reason why I came with this tweet to begin with was because he made the claim that I was talking about consolidation only started on the 4th of August, which is incorrect. Which is why I replied with, hey, next time check my YouTube if you're trying to see when I started talking about consolidation. It had nothing to do with anything else but that. But then he proceeds to further prove my point by taking another section of my video and using it thinking it's a gotcha moment, when you actually further proved my original point to begin with. So I say, one, this portion of my video has nothing to do with me proving to you that I was speaking about consolidation before last month. Two, of course acquisitions are going to happen. It's business. It doesn't negate that some are, or some can be more, I don't know why I put are there, I was probably tired at the time, that some can be more harmful to the industry than others. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get one thing straight. Let's get one thing straight. Acquisitions happen. Some acquisitions hurt the industry more than others. That is a fact. You decide which hurts more than the others. Because from where I'm sitting, a Bungie acquisition doesn't hurt the industry more than an Activision acquisition. But that's from where I'm sitting. Maybe from where you're sitting, you see it the other way around. Well, chat, you tell me, you help me. Because maybe I need glasses because I can't see. Which, looking at the numbers, which acquisition hurts the industry more than the other? You decide, ladies and gentlemen. You decide. And at this point, I was tired. And I said, which is what I was speaking about the entire time in my original thread. Oh yeah, and then he said, yo, this part, this what really had me done with the conversation. So he goes, you were saying you care about industry and consolidation while also saying it's going to happen anyway, so you hope Sony does more of it, but Activision doesn't. You cannot care if this was Sony, if this was Sony that was the one buying. And at this point, I was just like, you know what? Whatever, bro. Like, cause he keep going back to this. Oh, you prefer PlayStation, you're Sony, this and that. Which I'm like, bro. Like, I'm not saying you're an Xbox fan. Like none of that, bro. Like it's a conversation, and you keep going back to that. That's that fanboy logic, zealot logic, rhetoric, talking points that you see fanboys in these spaces and on Twitter do. That's what you see them do. I'm not doing any of that. That's what you see fanboys do. Like it's a conversation. Oh, you're just a Sony corporate shill. Whatever, bro. So then I go, actually, I would. I've said multiple times that everything does not need to be an acquisition. I've also been adamant regarding what I think PlayStation's strategy should be from my point of view. Just because I prefer PlayStation does not mean I cannot look at things objectively. And I left the conversation at that, bro. I'm just like, yo, this is the second time you're trying to just say, oh, I'm just this fanboy is angry, which is not true. But I digress. So that was the exchange. Like I should care. I mean, you know. Oh boy. Yo, listen, man. If there's one thing I know how to do, is I know how to have a conversation with someone that has an opposing, a different point of view, right? I just feel like here there's a lot of emotion, not really a lot of logic being used here. A lot of emotion, and you know, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But at the end, at the end of the day, my preference has nothing to do or any bearing. I'm so sorry. My preference has no bearing on me being able to look at things objectively. I wonder if the same can be said for you, Destin. I wonder. But that's it. That's it for that, man. Yeah, at the end of the day, guys, I'm not buying COD this year. Let's see what Treyarch does next year. Microsoft trying to buy their goal, the fans and the customers to get a win. That's what you call pathetic. It was crazy. Okay to see Hadisi Khan stun on these hoes, Persona. Man, shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Yeah, hopefully I think Treyarch is next year or probably the year after. I forget. I think they're skipping next year. I think COD is skipping next year. So, listen, I'm hoping Deviation, you know, they pull out all the stops and they do something good, put out something great, man. I need Deviation to, listen, I need Deviation to pull through, and I need Naughty Dog with that Factions. I need them to pull through with that, man. I need that Factions to be fire, because I hate not having a shooter. I hate not having a shooter to play, like a new shooter. Like, you know, I'm so used to like COD being like the de facto, but I'm not playing Cold War for another year. I refuse. I'm not playing Cold War for a whole nother year. I'm not really a Fortnite guy. You know, I'm good on that. Apex, I'm good on that. Battlefield, I'm good on all that dog shit. Like, I'm good. You know, I'm not really into that stuff, man. I need, you know, like a Last of Us. I need, you know, Deviation. Those got the Call of Duty devs. I'm hoping they, you know, knock it out the park. Those are the Treyarch devs, so I'm hoping they knock that out the park. So right now it's really just Destiny 2. That's the shooter I guess I'm gonna be playing. I mean, I play my Destiny 2 Crucible, but not like, I haven't been playing like super duper hardcore, but I think I'm gonna get back on Destiny hardcore, man, and at least in Crucible, like, you know, do more Crucible matches and whatnot. Man, the shooter genre, the FPS genre really is like in the gutter right now, man. This is crazy. Woo, jeez. We are definitely in like some real spooky times when like the FPS genre, in my opinion, is struggling the way it is, from my perspective. Yeah, I think the Treyarch game is 2024. I appreciate that, Vel. Yeah, yo, A Gaming 50 is, ladies and gentlemen, the FPS drama, it's funny, I was thinking about this today too, because I was looking at like all the games that's coming out between like now and like next summer. Outside of Destiny 2, because Destiny 2 Lightfall comes out in February, so I'm gonna be on Lightfall pretty heavy, and playing that like a lot. But outside of that, there is no FPS like multiplayer game in my rotation for like the next year outside of Destiny 2 Lightfall. That's really it, because I got Valkyrie Elysium, Diofield Chronicles, Gotham Knights, God of War Ragnarok, Callisto Protocol, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, Forspoken, Hogwarts Legacy, Street Fighter 6, Stellar Blade, something else come out in February. Lightfall, which is Destiny 2, the next expansion. And then summertime is Final Fantasy 16. So I don't really have any like, and then Star Ocean, Star Ocean, Suikoden 1 and 2, Mega Man Network Battle, all that shit too, and Pokemon, Bayonetta, all that. I'm getting all that, right? But I don't really have any heavy FPS games in my rotation for like the next year. Like in terms of new FPS experiences. Normally COD would be in that rotation throughout the year. Like I always keep COD in my rotation of games. So like sometimes what'll happen is like for example, The Last of Us Part 1 remake, when I got that platinum, normally when I get a platinum of like a game that takes more than like 20 hours or so, like if I really commit and I'm only playing that, I'll do like a week or two, or like a week, about 2 weeks. I'll do like a gaming palette cleanse. So what I mean by that is that's when I would like play COD like super heavy for like a week or so, and then find my next game that I want to play and that really grabs my attention and I put time into or whatever, right? COD's not, because I'm not playing Cold War this year, COD's not going to be in my rotation, so it's just going to be JRPGs and action adventure games and a couple of live service games here and there in my rotation. I'm not really playing no shooters, so it is what it is. And listen, I was playing the Modern Warfare 2 beta today. Like I played it at lunch. When I went to lunch at work, I was playing it, and I'm just like, yo, let me make absolutely sure. Like I'm playing this. I'm just like, yo, I can't vibe with this, man. I just cannot vibe with this game on any level, bro. Like I just can't. The movement and the gunplay, I think is great. I do think there's too much animations around with the. Listen, I'm putting my review out this week. And y'all gonna be able to see the visuals, and I'm really gonna make it I'm gonna edit it up real nice and make sure that it's on point. But yo, man, I can't vibe with this, man. I cannot vibe with this game. Yo, Vel, I was seeing what Genki was saying about Star Ocean, because Genki was saying that Star Ocean was looking not as high budget or whatever. I'm just like, I gotta play it. Like, the demo comes out tonight, so I'll play it. I'm gonna play that tomorrow. And then Diofield comes out Soul Steep. So let me show you guys this game real quick before we get up out of here. So there is this one game that I'm definitely playing this week. And it's probably gonna be my next game that I really like dedicate a lot of time to, at least until Diofield and Valkyrie Elysium. So it's this game called Soul Steep, right? So this is it's an action adventure. It's not a Souls game. I have to preface that. It is not a Souls game. It's not a Souls game. Because the developers said this isn't a Souls game. But it's a really cool action adventure game that is coming out tomorrow. This comes out the 20th. So it comes out tomorrow. I've had my eye on this for a minute. From when they first showed gameplay of this. I was really feeling this game. This is probably gonna be my spotlight game this weekend too for WUPS, but I was really digging. So essentially you control both the girl with the sword, and you can control the spirit. Like, you can have the spirit do like special moves and stuff like that. And this game, I was really feeling this game. Like, this game was really, really dope. From what I was seeing, I was like, yeah, this is my cup of tea, man. I can see myself putting time into this. It looks beautiful, it looks dope, the combat looks fun. The story is pretty interesting as well. So this comes out tomorrow. You can't pre-order it on the PlayStation Store right this second. So I guess it's one of those games that will just unlock tomorrow or whatever, when the store refreshes at 1 o'clock Eastern or 9 o'clock Pacific. But this is my jam right here. This is what I'm gonna be playing this week for sure. I'm definitely putting some time into this. So Soul Steep comes out on PS5. It's PS5. Is this PS4, PS5? Let me see. Is this PS4, PS5? No, this is a next gen only title. So Soul Steep is next gen only. Which I can tell this looks pretty clean in my opinion. This is like 4 months ago, this gameplay. But yeah, I think this game looks really, really cool. So Soul Steep, that comes out tomorrow. We're definitely picking that up. Gonna put some time into that. And I'll put my thoughts out there as well on this at some point as well. I realized I have to stop putting like dates to when I'm gonna do stuff. Because I realized like I can't always beat that deadline. So from now on, I'm just gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna put my thoughts out there soon. That's what I'm gonna start saying. Soon, I'm gonna put my thoughts out there. But yeah, Soul Steep, man. Soul Steep comes out tomorrow. Very excited. Very, very excited for this game. So there's that, right? But listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Before we get up out of here, I do want to ask the chat, guys, when we started the show, I asked y'all, how were y'all? We are 1, you were feeling great. 2, if you were feeling okay. And 3, you were feeling not that great. So I'm gonna end the show asking y'all, put a 1 in the chat if you're feeling great, put a 2 in the chat if you're feeling okay, or put a 3 in the chat if you're not feeling all that great. Let me know. I want to make sure everybody, I try to bring joy and laughter and stuff like that to everybody in the community. So yeah, because I sure be wanting on the new reviews Persona. Yeah, yo, listen, shout out to Vel. More reviews I'm definitely going to start doing. They're not easy to do. They're really not. Like, and that's how I know that this is how I know a lot of these reviewers aren't beating games, because it's tough to beat games and then do a review, especially if you got a lot of games. I know for a fact a lot of people are not beating the games that they review. I know that shit. I know, because even for me, beating these games, because, you know, having my job and having my real life and everything and beating these games, yo, that's just not easy, man. That stuff is tough. So I know for a fact these reviewers ain't beating these games. Yo, that is a fact. I know for a fact. I know that shit for a fact. I'm seeing a lot of ones in the chat. I'm seeing some twos, but I'm not seeing no threes. All right, no threes, so we did good. Good. All right, listen, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Episode 214 of When Persona Speaks. If you did enjoy the show, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Y'all know I appreciate y'all support. You know, my COD thoughts will be put out this week. And episode 100 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast this Saturday, man. I can't wait. I hope y'all all come through. I'm gonna put the post out on the WUPS official channel community board, because honestly, I want y'all, and I mean this, guys, definitely put your thoughts. Like, I'm gonna put out the post that's gonna say, you know, for episode 100, is there anything special you want to tell the WUPS crew, the WUPS boys, me and Bari? And, you know, honestly, I want y'all, you know, we will read it live on the show. It's a celebration, guys. It's our 100th episode, and, you know, we couldn't have got this far without the community. So, you know, definitely put your thought, when I put the post out there, please, you know, definitely put your thoughts, comment on the post, giving your thoughts and all that stuff. You know, we definitely want to see that and respond to that stuff. So, you know, I appreciate y'all, really appreciate y'all. All right, guys, listen, I'm about to get up out of here. More interviews. Yeah, When Persona interviews, I do want to bring that back. I want to get some guests on here. Yo, listen, certain guests might not come because they might feel like, oh, well, Persona's very aggressive. It's like, no, man, listen, I love to talk to everybody. Like, I don't care if you prefer PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. I love to have y'all come through. I definitely want to start back up the When Persona interview series. If you haven't seen, I do have my other, well, interviews I was doing in the past. You know what? I'm gonna recreate that playlist, because I don't think I have that playlist on the front page. When Persona Speaks, When Persona. No, I don't have it. So I'm gonna do a collection of all the When Persona interviews videos that I've done, because I was doing interviews last year, and then I stopped for a little bit. But I definitely want to bring that back and talk to people in the community and in the industry and do like one-on-one interviews. I think that stuff would be really cool. So that is something that's going to be coming back at some point as well. But all right, guys, listen, round of applause for the folks in the chat. I appreciate y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Please be safe, and I'll see you guys next time, guys. It's been your boy Persona, and I'm out, guys. Peace.